Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another episode of the Dojo. The one with the information, well, that's Brett Bayonne.
Hi.
The one who's trying to download everything he says, well, that's Sam Strippin.
Download failed.
And the one who's watching it all, well, that's me, Michael Santel. What are we doing?
You didn't have like a catchphrase.
I know, I didn't have time to think about it.
What do you mean? You think
This
about
motherfucker. What are we doing?
you think about all of it, and then you put us on the spot for like a brief second, and
Sure.
then you don't have a like thing at the end.
I was the guy watching it. I'm a creeper. I'm in the bushes. I'm looking. Hey, girl, what you doing?
Welcome back to another
outta here,
episode
creep.
of the Dojo. We appreciate you being here.
Stop looking at me.
I'm stripping today. We're going to be going to training mode. So why don't you load up training mode
Yes, sir.
so that we can start addressing some of your decision making processes, I suppose is what
Lack
you would call
thereof.
it.
This is an intervention. We're not happy with your choices.
Won't choose double Colleen so I can be Colleen as well in here. Thank you. So a lot of the time I feel like you
Yes, father.
just suck. No. A lot of the time
Santel's like the Funkle, and you're like
Funkle?
Yeah.
The fun uncle.
Yeah, Funkle.
Oh, I was gonna
And
say,
I'm
what
the-
the fuck is a funkle?
You're an uncle like fuck.
I guess.
Funkle, and you're like strict papa. Like you want what's best for me,
I do.
and to do that I have to listen to you. But
Like I'm not always a bag of kittens.
yeah,
That's fun to me. I don't know.
It's a real Full House situation. He's like Danny
Danny
Tanner.
Tanner.
You're like both of the Olsen twins, and I'm like an ugly version of Day Coulier.
He was a handsome guy.
Right, but I'm both the uncles mixed because I ain't pretty as Joey.
Listen, I want. Sometimes when I feel like you should listen. Sometimes I feel like when you play, you often find yourself flustered, and you ask you're confused as to be like, okay, what do I do? Like there's a lot of options running through your head. I want to make the selection process in your head for choices a lot easier for you, bit by bit. Okay. Why don't you go ahead and give me control of the Colleen that you're currently
Dude, you
taking
like
your
this?
aggressions out on? I do. I'm very aroused by
I
what's
haven't
going
dropped
on
one
right
of these
now.
once. All right, I dropped that one.
Dropped which one are you doing?
I'm doing these.
Those are good for punishes. What I need is crouching short, crouching jab. Crouching short, crouching jab into the hands.
Into light hands or heavy hands?
Light hands is the only thing that'll combo besides
Okay.
EX. That's the one. All right, Pip. Go ahead and
Look at this.
it's good.
The finesse. Okay, how do I give you power?
Yeah, back the L1
You put your hand on the top of his head.
at the top should be there. You
Player
go.
control.
Thank you. Okay, so I want to address a couple of scenarios because that's all this game is, right? A series of different scenarios that you and your opponent are in, right? He nodded. He nodded yes. So the most common scenarios in the game are the ones. That's a bad way to phrase it. The more common a scenario is in this game, the less you should have to think about it.
Right. That makes sense.
Like jumping. At some point
Like
in time,
anti-airing.
your opponent will probably jump at you. That happens a lot.
That is true. So if you were to look at, fine, we can start there. So if you were to look at anti-airing as a scenario, if you were to look at jumping rather as a scenario, you go, okay, what do I do? You might think to yourself, I have a lot of options there. You might feel even overwhelmed. But I want to make the selection process easier for you by showing you that what might seem like one scenario is actually a couple of different ones, each one with only one answer. You
Right.
understand that concept?
Yeah.
Okay. So back up full screen, please. If I were to jump from here, what would you anti-air with?
Ice?
The answer is nothing.
There's nothing, you have no move that would reach that far across
feel
the
me?
screen.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, but like, when I say anti-air, I
Oh, you mean like reactionary?
yes, react and
Then-
do something.
Maybe that? No, that wouldn't reach.
There's no way. There's nothing you should be doing from there to try and anti-air
Yeah.
me. To try and anti-air me. However,
Yo,
what if-
maybe I get you with that though.
on reaction,
Yeah,
fine. Let's
go.
react. See if you can do it. So let's put that away.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. If you're this far away and someone jumps at you, the answer is there is no anti-air. Don't worry about it. Which I'm pretty sure you're already aware of. You're not trying to anti-air anyone from that far
No,
away.
I probably like, if anything, I should probably like dash in.
So here's the thing.
Be like
Back
party
up.
time, bitch.
If I jump from here,
Okay.
What would you do?
That one.
Ah,
That's pretty good. That was a little late. but
very
that-
late though.
Yeah.
Wait, back up. Back all the way up. All right.
Ooh.
Well, I guess not.
No, we're gonna test it. So you back all the way up. I'm about here. No, you don't move. You don't move. Okay, right around here, right?
Yeah.
Here we go. It works, but it's all in your timing.
Yep.
And I don't want you to anticipate. I want you to react. Okay.
Okay.
And this is a very controlled environment, so it shouldn't be that hard to react. Here we go. Oh, let's try that again. Take your hand off of the D-pad or the stick, whatever the fuck you use.
I am.
There we go. What?
How?
What are you doing?
You
was
just
gonna-
to take your hand off the
said
D-pad.
no. We're doing the hard kick.
Okay. I thought you just like seeing if I could
Find the answer.
Yeah, find the answer. You
No,
know,
no,
it's
no.
like guessing
No.
game.
The answer. I'm at the exact same distance I was before.
Okay. All right.
Exact same distance.
All right.
So let's try it again. Good. Let's try it one more time.
Yeah. We're not at the
Nice.
multiple choice
That
part
one's
of the
better.
test.
Back heavy kick.
Yeah.
Let's see. Still a little late.
Is it
Yeah.
easier for you to do?
Yeah, it's not bad. So when you do it late, it whiffs. You understand that, right?
Yeah.
So right now, here's what I need you to do. I should have done a different lesson, but I'm gonna dabble into a future lesson, maybe even the next episode. I want you to listen real close.
Confirm.
Okay.
Brett likes to dab.
Where are your eyes? Like, don't lie to me.
Great question.
Don't lie to me right now. No. Listen,
They're on the booty.
but like, let's say I'm your opponent, right?
Okay.
Let's say I'm moving around and shit and doing this stuff just like in a regular fight.
Okay.
I want you to tell me, on average, most of the time, where are your eyes? Be honest. Do you know? Are you aware?
I think it depends on the person.
Like the character you're fighting
Yeah.
against? Okay, well, what
Like
about
if
right
it's
now?
Zangief, then his hands. But when I fight Ryu's, I look at his head.
His head. Okay, that's fine. Let me give you a bit of advice then. In my humble opinion, I could be totally wrong. The two spaces on the screen I'm looking at the most when I'm playing like the neutral
Right.
are
The feet?
their feet, and the space. Like, okay, if I'm right here, hold on. If I'm like right here, you see the chain swinging?
Yeah.
It's right around there, because that's the spot they're going to be at if they jump like that.
Ooh.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what I need you to do. I need you to focus your eyes. The reason I look at their feet, rather, is because that is the easiest way for me to see when they're moving. That is the easiest way. Because look, if you
I
look
do
at
look at the space between the characters a lot. But
the space between,
Yeah,
the
but I
space
don't really
between.
look at the feet.
Well, okay, then let me tell you about this. The space between the characters is fine, but the closer you get to you in that space, the more useless that information is.
Yeah.
So you may as well focus on this. As a matter of fact, I would rather you focus less on the space between us and more on the space as a bubble around the other character. You understand? Okay. So the reason we focus on the feet is this reason. I want you to watch Colleen. Watch her hands real quick as she moves. So if this is our 0, see how like, okay, just like look how her right hand kind of like stays the same when she starts walking, right? But if you watch her feet, it's immediate. The change is immediate.
Yep.
You understand what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Whether it's back or forth, whether it's a dash or not, the change is immediate. So I want you to like, and I don't mean literally watch her feet. I kind of mean like watch. Let me give you an example on the stage. Let's go over here. Maybe there's a better example. Here we go. See this little fucking smoking thing? If I'm not looking at their feet, it's like the space right in front of her shins. You understand? Like if I
Right.
draw a little box on the screen, it's like right around where that thing is. That smoking thing in front of me. I'm watching the space right in front of her shins, and I'm watching the space like, and for jumping, I'm watching the little dancing guy on top of that thing. You understand?
Yeah.
I want you to try and look at those spaces around your opponent. You understand the concept of why?
Because that's where the shit comes from.
In my opinion, that is where,
Well, not like actual shit. That comes from their bum. But
yeah, like
He's
that is
obsessed with the booty. All he's doing is looking at booties this week.
that is like where the places where information will come the quickest.
yeah.
So if we were to reset our positions real quick, back up all the way. Watch those spots. Like this is perfect. Watch the fucking chain, right? So here, come to me a little bit. Yeah, it's a little bit more closer. Watch the chain, like the hook of that chain, the hook part. I want you to watch it, and I want you to react with that back heavy kick like you were. Okay, here we go. Back heavy kick. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
Damn, that was even too fast. Better. Better.
That was bad.
Pretty slow. A little too fast there.
Okay.
Right.
Good job. So your reactions are getting a little bit better that way. The same thing applies to like, and we're still on a tangent from today's lesson, guys, but bear with us. The same thing applies to footsies. So if I'm walking back and forth and you're like, well, when do I throw a button? It's just random. It's not random. It's when you think they're going to make a move or when you can even react to them making a move. So the moment you see movement, you can throw that out or that. Here, I'll show you. I'll only try and press it when I think you're making an offensive move. Go for it. You just try and play footsies with me. Yeah, I was really offensive. Good. So let's reverse it. I'm gonna try and walk towards you. Watch that area right in front of my shins.
Okay.
And watch the area right above my head, like
Right.
forward above my head from when I jump. You ready?
Yep.
It's just gonna be dashes or jumps. You ready?
Yep.
Here we go.
Oh. Okay, I see.
React.
I see.
Allow yourself to
Yeah.
react. No, from this angle, your anti-air is probably gonna be crouching fierce. Okay.
Okay.
It's good. Okay, so you're still anticipating.
All
React. React. You can react. Good. Good. A little early. Time. That was good. 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 Just medium punches. Just medium punches and crouching fierces. Good. Switch it up. Instead of medium punch, do standing light kick. React. You can do it. Good. Good. A little slow. Good. Good. A little preempt.
All right.
Don't fucking preempt. React. Good. You see the base? Do you see the beauty of that though?
Yep.
Why light kick is so good right there?
Yeah.
You had time to still anti-air me.
It's like
You have to watch those hot spots. That's what I call them. I call them hot spots. Those are the zones where you can detect movement the fastest. Or,
right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now that you know where to fucking look, let's go back to anti-airing. So remember, what we're doing here, in case you guys at home or you stripping have forgotten, we're trying to cut down on the things that you're even considering in certain scenarios. So like I said, in this scenario, if I jump, there's one thing. You don't anti-air me, right? From this spot, you probably have one option. Let's try it.
Oh.
Good. From around here, you probably have one option. Don't fucking move. Don't move because we're doing specific spacing. Here we go. Very good. Now, let's say I jump from here.
Yeah, in some of the matches last
I'm
week,
ready.
he was running into issues
Oh, no,
specifically
I'm
with
ready. I'm
characters
ready
like
for this.
Ryu and Guile, who have really good.
It has nothing to do with who he's fighting or what character he's fighting. It's the players.
Okay.
So the players, this is a good spot to jump in versus this character. Oh, but see, you're jumping the gun, baby. But yeah,
Why? I got you.
She has an air throw.
Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to do. But there's other options too. For example, what if you just blocked? Check it out. Oh, but you're going under, which is fine too. Try and block.
No,
it.
you're actually straight up not hitting me. So
There you go. Good. You can block, or you can do the thing you did before. You can walk under.
Yep.
And both are
or
good.
dash.
Probably don't want to commit to a dash for two reasons. Number one, you'll recover later. No reason for that. And number two, if you walk, you can you'll have advantage. You understand?
Because they'll miss the cross up.
Yep. So why don't you walk under me and throw a jab? You ready?
Okay. Yep.
A jab. Good. So, out of all your zone, I don't want to use the word zones. Out of all the distances
Auto zones.
for where you have anti-air options, the close one is the one where you probably have the most.
Problem.
Yes.
Well, yeah, that's for sure, but also the most options. But we just went over it. Here are your options. You can walk under. You can walk under. You can just take the block, block the cross up. Good. Or you can react,
Which is that jump up
which
grab.
is air to air. Well, the air throw. And you can jump forward or neutral jump depending on the distance. Let's see if you can try that. React. Try jumping forward so that doesn't happen again.
Okay.
Good. So I want to practice this setup one more time. I'm going to do one of two things. I'm either going to dash at you, in which case I want you to jab, or I'm going to jump at you. You ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. That was neither. Let's try it again. Good. Very good. Try not to move. Good. If I'm point blank, by the way, and I try and jump over you, you can always back jump to catch me. I just want to try that. You ready?
Yep.
Good.
Wow.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
But
Just
like,
follow him.
that's if you react to it.
So like, if for example I had you in the corner and you try to jump over me to get out of the corner.
So yeah, if you're like if this is a scenario here, and someone's trying to jump over you to get out, you can do it. But if they're trying to jump over to you, if they're in the corner and they're trying to jump over you to get out, you probably should already had a meaty waiting for them anyway.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah, yeah.
Let's try it again. Yeah, very good. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Good. Now, that's just anti-airs. But I want to talk about I just talked
That
about
was
this.
a 16-minute tangent from Santel.
Fair enough. But no, that's
Funko.
good to cover.
Hey, Funko.
I wanted to cover anti-airs, but it wasn't just anti-airs. It's the scenario when you land them. Because you have advantage after that. And you often land that crouching fierce anti-air, and you almost always go into one thing, which is standing fierce.
Standing
which
fierce.
is a great option against a particular type of person.
Yeah.
What kind of person?
Strippin, do you know?
Funkles?
Funkles. No. Do you know Strippin?
Yeah, like trigger happy people. People like to press buttons.
Exactly. People that like to press buttons. And against people that don't like to press buttons, what do you do? After that scenario. So I'm gonna jump at you. You come with the, right? People that don't like to press buttons like me, what do? Because if you do nothing, you have lost that which you have
You've
earned.
lost your turn.
You have lost your turn. You've lost what you earned. In this game, when you earn something, you gotta hold on. You gotta use that shit. So if you stand there and do nothing,
This is some real Texas Alamo shit. We got the Alamo. This is ours.
yeah, if you
Hold
earn it.
it.
So if you stand there and do nothing, you lost. You lost that scenario.
Okay.
So what do you do if after the anti-air, overhead is pretty okay, but it's dangerous if they do this. Anti-air me again. My bad.
Ooh.
Let me try it again. It's dangerous if they do this.
Yep, because then they get free.
Yeah, like that's so. Why don't you do what you did last episode? Just dash grab. Beautiful. Now, how do they stop that? Yo, you had a question, Santel?
I was gonna say, could he also do dash button if he thinks they're not? If he thinks they're gonna hit a button, would you?
If they're gonna hit a button,
You just
what
do
you
the
did
heavy.
first time.
Okay.
Just do the fierce. Which is that's what I'm talking about. I want to strip away all these options, no pun intended,
Trademark.
so that it's just the things that work most often. You don't have to jump at them after an anti-air. You don't have to duck. You don't have to backdash. You don't have to throw ice. It is literally probably two things. Does that make sense to you, Strippin?
Yeah.
Based on not what you want, not what you feel like at the time. It is based on what do they like to do.
What do they do?
Yes. And if you don't know, let's say it's the first time you land that anti-air in a match. There's one of these two. Well, it's up to you, really. Whether you take a guess. And if you get hit because you guess wrong, who cares? You just learned, you bled for information. And that's what this game is about.
You dropped a huge gold nugget.
Okay.
And we went past it. I feel like one of the most crucial parts of getting good at a fighting game is understanding it's not about what you want to do, it's what your opponent is doing.
I said that for years, baby.
Right. But I feel like I need to underline it and highlight that because I feel like a lot of people are like, I don't know, I was doing all of my stuff.
No,
and it's
no.
right.
Does all this make sense to you, Strippin?
Yeah.
Great. So now you have, as far as anti-airs go, I want to see you use those two things and only those two things from now on. No. I'm sorry. I didn't mean for anti-airs.
things?
No. Those are your anti-airs. What I meant was, as far as your pressure options post successful
Right.
anti-air, I only want to see those two
You want to
things.
see meaty or dash grab?
Right. until they prove you wrong. Because they're,
Well, what happens when he gets proven wrong?
So let's say there's a third option. Let's say someone's playing Ryu and they jump at you like this. That was a little late. Great. And then they land and immediately SRK like an asshole. Take the damage. Okay, fine. They lost a meter.
Yep.
They can only do it when they have meter. Make them fucking do it again. Be like, do it again. I dare you. And if they do it a second time immediately, then you know who you're dealing with. And the third time you anti-air them, you just walk forward and block. You feel me?
What's an SRK?
You don't know?
Shoryuken?
Yeah, the invincible dragon punch type moves.
Yeah.
Does that make sense to you?
Did you not know that?
I call it a DP, so you
That's
guys...
fine.
Okay, same
That's
thing.
fine,
Dragon
too.
Punch,
Yeah.
Shoryuken.
Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
So, in these, like, I think the things that keep you, like, after successful anti-air, I think the things that keep you from 100% of the time pressing your advantage is that fear of, what if they do something? The only thing that anybody can do in that scenario is, like an invincible thing. And if they do it, you got caught. Who cares?
Should we look at the roster of characters to talk about characters with invincible things? Because it's not a ton of people.
No, I know who it is.
Yeah, Ryu, Kami, Nikali, all those assholes. But it almost always requires a bar.
Yep.
And if they spend it, great. Congratulations. I'm gonna get you again.
Best of 3, and they lost the bar.
Exactly. And if they keep doing it, if they're consistent, then oh boy, that's the best scenario.
Then
you
you
know how
block.
excited I get when I realize people like to do that shit?
Then you block them, and then you fucking...
And you
boom,
exactly.
boom, boom, boom. And then some of this. Yo, what's up, bitch? Where you
I
go?
would love to see this in your gameplay. It's not a ton of damage, but you get meter. You get a lot of meter in your matches.
Let's talk about another common scenario.
I like to spend it.
Okay.
What's a good way to knock this lady down? Don't get up. Like, don't quick rise, I mean, you know?
Yeah.
So let's say, this scenario, boom. So that crouching medium punch, you've started doing it a little bit more lately, and I really appreciate that. I like that. But I bet you don't feel, I get the sense that you're not confident in what to do afterwards.
He does it because we yell at him to do it.
Sure.
But he's not doing it because he has a game plan for it.
That's beautiful, Strippin, what you just did, but I don't see it very often.
Yeah.
Granted, that's usually because...
Well, I normally do this on wake up, but like I don't. I'm too far away. Like I get it like here, right?
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
I miss the knee.
Yes. That's because the scenarios where you're going for that meaty crouching medium punch, you should probably be going for a different type of meaty. But we'll talk about that.
Okay.
I'm specifically talking about they're in the corner or they don't quick rise and you can get that nice close bullshit, right? That thing. And I know we've covered this before in a previous episode, but it's all about like a decision tree. You know what I mean? So it's not, when you knock somebody down, I see you go for different things. I see you go for ice sometimes. I see you go for neutral jump heavy kick. I even see you put yourself in the corner with cross up light kick. Too complicated. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
That is shit for people who are very good at defense, which I doubt you're going to run into right now. We'll cover that shit later when it comes.
Right.
Crossing those bridges when we
right.
come to them. For now, your main thing is this button right here. Do you know why we choose this button as opposed to anyone else on Wake Up?
Is this like a Passover thing?
What do you mean?
Is it?
Why do we choose this button over all other buttons? On this day, we can only use one button.
Is it because it's like the closest to the ground?
No, not at all. It just has to do with frames. It gives you the most frame advantage on block and on hit. So you could link into this on hit, and on block it's still your turn. Nothing else I think she has really does that. She could do, like, for example, if I knock you down, one moment, if I knock you down, I could meet you with this, like a jab, but not only is that hard, it doesn't lead to as much cool shit.
Yeah.
So boom, boom, that's it. I'm letting you know, my friend, that, so right now you're, like I said, you're very good at, when people get knocked down, you're very good at that. I appreciate that. But I want to see you treat as one move.
I need to be doing this.
Okay?
I need
Let's see
to
it.
do this.
If they block. But that's not the point I'm trying to make. The point I'm trying to make is, I don't want you to see this as two moves.
Right.
I want you to see it as one. And then depending on if they get hit or not,
That's your follow-up.
You transition into, or you do this. I want you, I'm gonna start knocking you down, and I want you to either randomly block or not.
Okay.
And you can block, and then I want you to give me a double scenario. You can either block or not as soon as you get up, or in the scenario after you either block or take the crouching medium punch, you can block or not after that. It's your call.
Right.
Mix it up a bit, okay? So there's 4 scenarios. 4 scenarios here. Block immediately on wake up. Take the hit on wake up. And when you take the hit on wake up, you can continue taking hits, or you can block after that. If you block on wake up, rather. You feel me?
Yeah.
I think that's 4. Whatever, doesn't matter. Here we go. Mistimed. Great. I think I'm early. Okay, good stuff. Oh, that's right. We can't turn off your stuff.
My head.
Let's try again. Boom. Let's try again. Keep going for a second. Okay. Let's keep it going. Let's do it a couple more times. I fucked it. One more. Okay, so I was doing my best to just, based on your choices, maintain my pressure.
Great.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm letting you know, even though I want you to treat this as one move, you don't, if it gets to the point where they like to block a lot, you have option number 2 on their wake up. Do you know what it is?
The knee into the grab.
No. Listen. If they like to block on their wake up a lot,
Yeah.
option one, regardless of what they do, is always, boom, boom. If they like to block a lot on their wake up, what do you do on their wake up?
Grab.
Exactly. That's option number 2. Immediate. Like
frame perfect.
you just throw it out. And boom. I did a little early, but you get the point. Option 3 now. Now remember, I'm not doing this to show you a bunch of options. I'm showing you this is it. It's not going to get any bigger than this. Option 3 is on hit or on block. You do this. Just for the mix-up.
The heavy kick?
Yeah, heavy. No. The crouching medium punch, throw.
Oh, okay.
At that point, they expect you to follow up with damage.
Now, if you recognize that off the first hit that it's a hit, and then please go for it. But remember, option 3, the higher I get in options, this is option 3 now, the more situational it is. So I'm not talking about doing this all the time. That is for the scenario of, wow, this person really likes to block a lot. If in that scenario, against this person that really likes to block, for some weird random reason, you finally get the hit, okay, so you let the damage, you left some damage on the table. Who cares? That's it's probably not gonna happen. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If a person is blocking a lot, they're probably gonna continue to block a lot. So if that happens, boom, make them think you're gonna do your shit, and instead go for the grab. Because remember, option let me take you through some what ifs, right? So let's say someone doesn't block a lot. Let's say you're playing against an asshole who likes to press buttons. You start catching them with that on their wake up. They adapt, they change, they transform. They start blocking a lot. You start hitting them with that, right? Let's say they start teching after that, right? Let's say they start getting real good at teching. Start teching my shit. Here we go. Yeah, let's say they get real good at that. So then you start doing this. Boom. Just to change it up. You understand what I'm saying? This level of mind games at your level won't start happening early on in the set or the match. This is for after you've noticed them, what they like to do, and you've conditioned them, and now they're changing. You understand?
Yeah.
So, Strippin, to put it all together, the only reason I'm showing you all this is so now that you know there's 2 things you should be doing on people's wake up, probably.
This and this.
See, that's my point. It's not just that.
Oh, this. Sorry. Wait. This.
Nope. Slow down.
What? I'm pressing.
But you're
This?
it's your stick motion is
Yeah.
it's what's doing it. You
Yeah.
got to be more precise.
That.
And
that.
do it again. Do it again. Good. That's it.
You have to walk forward after that.
Yeah, you just hold forward, like you do. In the corner, you might have to walk a little bit less, but the timing is still going to be pretty good. I'm going to show you a 4th scenario that I don't even want you to remember right now, but I'm going to show you because maybe people at home. It's called a frame trap. I don't know if we've talked about that before.
I don't think so. Not with him. We've discussed frame traps before, though.
Frame trap is where you purposefully you do 2 attacks in a row that leave a purposeful gap in between the two, hoping that your opponent will press a button and then they'll get counter hit by that second attack. You're leaving a gap so that they'll press a button.
Yeah.
So this is scenario number 4 where they've gotten used to that, right? So they've gotten used to that into throw. So they block it and then they go for the tech throw, correct? That's when you have something waiting for them like this. Oh.
Because that will beat the throw.
Because it's not that it'll beat the throw, because like this will beat a throw too. It's the fact that this is slower startup. You could probably even do that, something like that. It has slower startup. You're leaving a gap so that they can start throwing out something, and then they'll get counter hit and blown up. For example, I'm gonna do this. You block it and then immediately try and throw me. Okay. Here we go. Too slow. I'm gonna try fierce. Okay. Still too slow. I'm gonna try something even faster. There it is. There's a counter hit. So there it is. So crouching medium, standing medium. That's the one you probably want. I think double crouching medium will probably work. Let me try it. Definitely. I don't know what you would get off that.
You can follow up again, can you, with the whole target?
No, you're too far. Yeah, you're too far. But if you're that confident that it's gonna work, you could always go into something like that. Once again, I don't want you to sit here and try and remember that.
Yeah.
But I'm letting you know there's an option for everything.
So my focus is the first 2.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Just the first 2.
Gotcha.
And you're like D, and they're not equal. You understand? You understand that they're not equal?
Yeah.
There's one you should be doing way more than the other.
That one is way more.
Yep.
And then if they adapt, then
Just start throwing them. Regular. Just regular start throwing them. No, that's the option 3. No, that's option 3. Option 2 is...
Option 2 is, yeah.
Just do it. He'll put the fear of God in him. All right, we don't have much more time, so I want to show you real quick another common scenario for you. Remember, first scenario is post-pressure anti-air. Scenario 2 was post-pressure, post-knockdown. Sorry. Pressure post-knockdown. Scenario 3 is pressure post-jump-in. You get jump-ins a lot, but they're weird a lot of the time, man. They're weird. So I'm gonna show you what you do. Every time you jump in, you'll tend to do this.
He'll get that double jump.
That's what you do.
Yeah.
Every time. Almost every time. Yeah, you usually go for the fucking double jump a lot, which telegraphs you jump even more. But I'm talking about regular jump-ins. First of all, and this is not going with our lesson plan, if you are going to jump in, my friend,
Use a heavy.
just do it. Just fucking do it. If you're going to jump in for a cross-up, just do the light. Remember, I'm not telling you to never use this medium kick. I'm saying that just like those scenarios we just went over, there's certain...
The only time the medium kick seems to be good is like if you're a little bit out of range.
If you're very far away.
Yeah.
That's it. Because I'm telling you, that distance that you're jumping, heavy kick will still be the fucking boss. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But my point is, I'm not saying never use a medium kick. I'm saying it has a very specific scenario application as opposed to the heavy kick, which is good most of the time. And there you go. That's what I want to talk about. So you always do this. Sometimes you're good enough to confirm off that, not confirm off of it, confirm like he's blocking. I should stop pressing buttons. So the reason that's not so great is because at higher levels, people will start blowing even that up, and they'll definitely start blowing that up. I want to give you a better post jump in option. So first off, if we were to jump in with heavy kick, something you can do is boom. And then we're right back to everything we just learned.
Right.
The exact same shit.
Yeah.
You understand? Hey man, I'm even going to show you off of a cross up. Actually, no, we'll do cross ups. That'll be the last thing we do. But first, boom, boom. Now, that's if they block the jump in. Sorry, no, it's not. That's if the jump in hits. Like if you happen to see somebody, you go into the full thing. Understand? If
They block.
they block, same thing. You finish. My bad. 1 second. If they block, that's it. You must treat those like they're one move. Okay. That's your default. That is until they start doing other shit, okay? Now, let's say they start blocking. Here, I want you to block low for now. Or rather, just get ready to block a jump in and all the stuff that follows. So let's say this starts happening. Right? You can always do this. Hold on. One more time. you know, for this kind of stuff. You don't necessarily have to do that. Just like we did in the corner, just like with Oki setups. You can always just do this. If you notice they like to block a lot, which your opponents do when they block your jump ins, you just do this. Option 2.
Right.
Let's say they start to get good at that and they block that. Oh, they block the, don't move please. Just get ready to block. They block that. Boom. You feel me? Mm-hmm. It's the exact same scenario. It's the exact same scenario. But I want to talk to you about one other option off of the cross-up. Because the cross-up doesn't put people in hit stun or block stun for very long, this can like not combo sometimes when you, oops, hold on, when you go. See how that didn't combo? It's because the light kick doesn't put him in hit stun for very long. So instead, if you're going for a cross-up, I want to actually show you something new, which is very simple. Just do crouch jab, okay? You do crouch jab, stand jab. That thing is the equivalent of this. How it's all one thing, one move. The same thing with, okay? That is your confirmation. And if it hits, sorry, you can go into the full thing.
Yep.
Whoopsies. Let me try one more time. Uh-huh. And you get the idea. But the reason, Strippin, that we're doing is to give you time. It's the same reason you do this. You're giving yourself confirmation time to see whether or not you want to do that. That's good. But this confirmation is not safe. Instead, we want to do, you feel me? Mm-hmm. So, now let's say they block that. If they tend to block after your cross-ups, and then of course, option 3 is you can even do a mix-up within that and just do the crouch jab. What? Sorry. Feel me?
Yeah.
I want you to give a try to both of these jump-in options. So why don't you go ahead and jump at me. Don't worry about the cross-up one for now.
Okay.
Just do the regular one, the regular heavy kick. Good.
Into
So
that.
I'm gonna block sometimes. If you hit, I want you to go into the bullshit. Remember, heavy kick, crouching medium punch, that's all one thing. You don't need to think. You do all that, and then based on that, you either finish into the heavy punch V skill.
Okay.
But if I block, don't do anything. Feel me?
Yeah.
Let's try it. I'll block sometimes I won't. Very good. Keep it up. Uh-huh. You'll get better. Try it again. I see you pausing and confirming after that jump. Don't think.
One move. Boom, boom, boom.
Where's the medium kick? Good. What was that for? What was that for? The crouching me.
That was that.
Oh, don't do that. Trust me.
All right.
Be simple.
Am I doing it quick enough?
I think you're doing it too quick. There you go. There you go. That looked good. Good. Very good.
Whoops.
That's okay. You'll get it. You'll get it.
Gorgeous.
You get the idea, right? That's your default.
Okay.
You don't have to think. Let's work on the cross-up one. I just want you to practice it. I'm gonna let you hit me. It should be one thing like tap, tap.
Double tap.
Yeah, I'm not gonna move.
Pop, pop.
Try again. Try again.
That?
No. So I need you to first work on the cross up to the crouching light punch. There you go.
There it is.
Try and hit that cross up deep. Good. And that jab.
One move.
You're putting. You can like cancel. You don't even worry about linking. It should look like this. Hold on. It should be like you don't have to time it that much. You can just do the motherfucker. Feel me? Great.
Whoops.
The most difficult part about this is that standing up at the yeah.
You'll get it.
I can get the.
I mean, you can fucking mash for all I
I can get
care.
that bit really easily, but it's the.
Good. This is something you're obviously not used to. You need to go into training with this and on your own time and
Right.
practice.
This is brand new information.
Good.
There you go.
Good.
I'm dropping that last one.
Good. You feel it a little bit?
Yeah.
So, Strippin. These are 3 scenarios now that we've given you. Well, kind of 4.
We're kind of 4.
So let's talk about them. Number 1. Post anti-air. Do you remember what to do?
Yeah.
Post anti-air. You have 2
Back
options.
kick. You got that.
Not your anti-air options.
Oh, post
Post
anti-air.
anti-air
I got this?
option.
I go grab.
No. Post anti-air. You either do the fierce or dash up grab.
All right.
Do you remember?
Yep.
And then your Oki scenarios. You either do this fucking thing. Oops. Why didn't that come out? There we go. Or you grab. Feel me?
Yep.
And then that's the exact same thing as your after post jump in scenario. Same 2 things. And then now you have a cross up scenario as well. Post cross up.
Post cross up.
What is it? What do you do? That's right. Crouch jab, stand jab.
Crouch up, stand jab.
What about what if they block the cross up though? What if they tend to block that?
This?
What if they tend to block that? What do you do? Like, I'll block your cross up. Go for it. Did I block the wrong way?
You do the same thing, right? You just do it anyway.
Yes, but what if, once again, like, what if your opponent consistently blocks after a cross up?
Then you would.
Very good.
Yep.
Grab.
You understand?
Yeah.
So, I need you to understand the purpose of why we did this today. It's to give you options for what to do when you notice what your opponent likes to do. When they like to press buttons and shit, you go for the option 1s. When they like to block after these scenarios, you go for your option 2s. And that's it. You understand?
It's almost like you're a doctor and your patient comes in and you have a blank form and you're going to find out what's wrong with them. And you go, oh, they have this, and they have this. Here's the prescription for it.
Right.
Which is usually an ass whooping. Does that make sense to you, Strippin?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right, good. Your guys' training for the week is pretty simple. I want you guys to tell us in the comments.
Pretty simple, he says.
It is simple. I want you guys to tell us what your common brain dead scenarios are. Like after you get, like, what is your safe brain dead option that you do on someone's wake up?
Like
or
mine,
after
for
a jump in?
example, is anti-air into standing heavy.
Brain dead.
Brain dead. I don't even think about that shit.
No,
That
you
just
don't,
comes
and that's
out.
fine. It's a pretty good option. But your other option for what I want you to make brain dead
Goes
is
on neglected.
that's the one. When you do it and then you dash forward. No, you do that and you dash forward. That's the one. That should be just as brain dead after you. It's like you're loading a file. It's like, oh, this person likes to block. Load that file. You feel me?
Yeah.
So let us know in the comments,
I
guys.
also need
what
to back throw more, dude. I never fucking back throw.
Absolutely, you should. Especially when you're in scenarios like,
when you're in the corner.
right, you can get
Yeah.
them in the corner and turn it in your favor. I also want to give Sam homework.
Oh,
Play for 25 minutes a day.
You're not my funkle anymore.
Play for 25 minutes a day. Just get it in your blood. Just even if it's a warm up, just so that these things aren't just in one ear and out the other. And I'll take you for ice cream because I'm a funkle.
You are. All right. That sounds good.
You redeemed your funkle status.
Thank you. Let's get
With
some
ice
ice cream.
cream.
good stuff, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you next week.
See you on another episode of The Dojo. He's Sam.
I'm Sam.
That's
I always choke.
I know.
You fucking come out of nowhere.
That's
I know.
why I just like to say goodbye.
Right. That's Brett.
Bye-bye.
And that's Michael.
You
I choked too.
See?
Y'all motherfuckers think too hard.
I get it. Bye, guys.